Ferry system. The difference between ferry system and a simple liner system or a shipping system. Well, ferry system talks about the carrying of passengers and cargoes in support of the general transport system of a country or a place or an island. So let's review what are the main objectives of ferry system. The first objective of ferry system for its user is tourism. Tourism, and it's about efficiency of transport because passenger transport from one place to another, and it also transfer from one mode of transport to another, from a train to a ship to a ferry or a bus. And it talks about connectivity. It talks about efficiency and connectivity. I give you a very good example of tourism. We went to France a few years back before pandemic. And of course, you can see my wife. They have a very good ferry system along the Eiffel Tower. The main purpose is very easy. It's tourism. So what if you have a ferry system in your country? What is your main objective? If you are making a tourism, then the routes that you have to make like this must be able to see the best places, the best sightseeing places you have. Like this. This is Paris, France, which we have experienced, which we can see the Eiffel Tower. And this is one of the examples of a ferry system used for tourism. Amsterdam. We all know Amsterdam is a city of river. It's a wet city, as in canals. But they utilize this city of rivers and canals for the purpose of a ferry system for tourism. When we went there, we studied the ferry system. We studied their computer system, their booking system, how interconnectivity being at work from the bus stations, how they calculated so that you have only like 3 to 5 minutes walk from the nearest station. And that is Amsterdam. Of course, Hamburg, Germany also have this kind of system. So if you have a body of water, do not use it for throwing garbage. It should be used for a tourism purposes, for transporting, for efficiency, and the last one, which I tell you, it's about interconnectivity. However, there are a few factors that you have to consider. The safety, how the authorities can use, and the IT system. The authority, I'm saying, the Coast Guard, the local government, and the IT system, how it should be implemented. Venice, Italy. This is one of the networks because Venice is a water city. It is a city below sea level. So they use this kind of city characteristics by employing a very good ferry system with very good IT and very good booking system, and everything is coordinated, and that is me and my wife in Venice, Italy. And we have, of course, Bangkok to Phuket. Well, this is a ferry system that I would say not for tourism purposes, not for sightseeing purposes, but Bangkok to Phuket is for efficiency in transport. How they make use of a very good terminal in Bangkok, and he gonna use how to connect in Phuket with a very good terminal. How the vessel is being designed so that still you can see the other parts of the places that you can actually see, like the sightseeing places and all these kind of things. This is Bangkok to Phuket, and you can see how they design in accordance to their needs. Of course, there is Singapore to Batam. The Singapore to Batam is very easy. It's just a 45 minutes ride. To be exact, 30 to 45 minutes ride from Singapore to Batam. In fact, some of the workers in Singapore, they go home every day. They have a house in Batam and they get a ferry ride. Ferry. The term word is ferry. From Singapore to Batam every day. Why? The cost of living of difference between Indonesia and Singapore. Because Singapore is quite expensive. How do you see how good is the ferry system we have? This is actually the ferry system of Singapore to Batam. I've been there many times and I have seen how efficient the system. What is the time delivery? If there's a repair of one ferry, is there an extra ferry for them? Okay, so then we have Hong Kong to Macau. This is again for the purpose of connectivity and transport to passengers. Hong Kong to Macau utilizes a different kind of ferry. So it defines, number one, what will be your need? What's the distance? How many nautical miles from one point to another? What you would like to see in that one. The design of the ferry, you like an all-glass side ferry, you like an open sky ferry. Have you seen the Hamburg ferry that I had just shown you a while ago? It's just an open ferry at the top. Why? Because they like you to see what is Hamburg city. As the same with Amsterdam as well. But this is a transport ferry from Hong Kong to Macau. So they prioritizes what? Safety. So that you will not be drowned. Next is we have our own Toledo, San Carlos City. I just like to highlight this one. This finger I would show because you can see a rope being connected at the ramp. No? So this is really a Pinoy of Filipino ingenuity. See? Why? It is just like a buffer. You know, when the ramp and the height of the ramp does not coincide with the height of the cement or the dock, we have to put a rope. This is Toledo, San Carlos. And we went to Iloilo, Guimaras, by the way. They use an LCT type, which is a ferry system, from Iloilo to Guimaras for about 20 to 30 minutes. A very good Coast Guard is there. We have to arrange your car going backward first, because this is an LCT, so that it will arrive in Guimaras, you can just ride that right away. Okay, you can say how the arrangement is being done. Pinoy genuinity, originality. You see how we define the arrangement of the car at a very, very thin distance, like a car ship which we operating. This is Iloilo Guimaras ferry system. When we arrive Guimaras, very easy. Lower the ramp, then run. As you can see, I would like again to highlight, it will be shown here. Oh, there's a dump truck here at my side. Okay, so as we run, there is a caution. Rope caution, old rope. You see? You can see this an old rope so that our cars will not hit directly the cement. Very good. And people are just hauling the rope as we go. Make it as a caution for our cars. Pinoy ingenuity. We would like to make designs for our Pasig River system, starting from Manila Bay to Pasig River to Laguna Lake. What would be the designs we have to make? What would be your objectives? Would you like to see the tourism industry in Manila Bay, in Pasig River and Laguna? Do we have a very good sightseeing sites for us, for our ferry to be an all glass? What's the smell? Also, the design will be dependent on what kind of objectives we have. This is an actual Pasig River which we have surveyed few years ago together my friend Adrian from Australia. And of course at that time we had the smell. And you know, the Pasig River as well, right now they are operating actually. They're actually operating, but it's an open type. So for example, if the smelly place of one terminal to another, you need an air-conditioned ferry, right? So what would be the right design for you? How big is the design? Will it be affordable? What is the time interval? What is the interconnectivity between the Pasig River to the next bus station. In case of rain, Filipinos, we don't want to have sweat. If you have a date from to Manila, you don't want to smell something when you meet your girlfriend there. Of course, you must be smell good. Which is smelling good. What is the backup system? And what's the water really going in? Because Pasig River is a brackish water. And water really is all around. And it's eating the propeller. It's something repair. Do we need more extra system for that? How do we pay? How do we make the website booking? Can we book an interbooking between our MRT or LRT with Pasig River? These are the questions that we have to do. These are the questions that are part of development. My friends, this is Captain RODIENPACA once again. Today, we review the ferry system all over the world. Thank you and good day.